Donald Trump had a rally in the Super Tuesday state of North Carolina, and he went into a bizarre diatribe because of a potentially Mexican audience member. And in the video, you're going to see Donald Trump point to someone in the audience and start to say, he's Mexican. And then he says, but wait, are you Mexican? No way you're Mexican. You are? You aren't. No way that guy's Mexican. He's as Mexican as I am. It's genuinely hard to tell whether Donald Trump is shocked that there might really be a Mexican person at one of his rallies. Maybe it's a light-skinned Mexican, which Donald Trump might not know exists. Donald Trump not particularly familiar with Central and South America. I don't know what's going on here, but it is very, very weird.
Where do you live? Like this guy. He's a Mexican. You're about as Mexican as I am. Look at this guy. He's as Mexican as I am. Look at that hat. Are you Mexican? Are you Mexican? No, you're not. Are you? He is. It's like Elizabeth Warren. She said she was an Indian. I said, right? I said, I have more Indian blood in me than you have, and I have none. And she said, oh, this is terrible. So she went out and got a test, and it turned out not so good for her, right?
Extremely strange. And of course, has to throw in Elizabeth Warren Indian references as well. Can you guys believe that this is the world that we're in today, that this is what we're living in 2020? The president ranting and raving about a possibly Mexican audience member. Is it notable? This, of course, is upper Trump, as we discussed yesterday with psychiatrist Dr. Justin Frank. This reminds me of when Donald Trump spotted a black guy in the audience and started to yell about my African American. Remember this abortive rally from the campaign?
We had a case where we had an African-American guy who was a fan of mine. Great fan, great guy. In fact, I want to find out what's going on with him. You know what look at my African-American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, so we have an African-American guy at one of the rallies a month ago.
This is sort of a concept for rally material. Trump used to just read poll numbers totally out of context at rallies. A new direction to go would be evaluate the perceived race and ethnicity of people in the crowd, maybe turn it into some kind of game show, because that's effectively what we're dealing with right now. And then, of course, we got to the moment in the rally when Donald Trump glitching this time specifically on the word banker. You'll hear it if you're watching. You'll also see that shoulder spasm that we discussed yesterday with psychiatrist Dr. Justin Frank. Talked about that phenomenon that is often notable with Trump. Take a look.
So they don't have to go back to the evil banker or borrow money from the banker and lose the farm, lose the business. It won't happen. And I always say it because, you know, I know a lot of parents.
Another day, another glitch. And then lastly, this is almost satirical at this point. Trump bragged about yesterday's, or the day before yesterday's large increase in the stock market, ignoring, of course, that it was an erratic rebound from last week's fastest 10% decline in the stock market in history, which Trump blamed on the Democratic debate. Then here is Trump taking credit for the erratic rebound day that the stock market had.
This is an incredible time for our nation. Our country is stronger than ever before. And today we just had the largest one-day increase in the stock market in history.
Imagine cheering for that. The fastest 10% decrease ever the week before. You get a partial rebound, followed, by the way, yesterday with another 1,000-point loss. And Trump has the crowd cheering about the one day in the interlude of erratic stock market insanity. And they're just cheering and absolutely loving it. And then, by the way, here's Trump yesterday. Yesterday, the stock market crashed again. Trump asked about it. He says, oh, no, I haven't seen the numbers.
I haven't seen it. I'm focused on this. The country's in great shape. The market's in great shape. I'm focused on this. This is very important.
What luck, right? Trump only has the availability and the time in his schedule to follow the stock market on days where the stock market is up. Amazing coincidence. So anyway, another Trump rally filled with what you would expect to hear from the senile guys that go to your local watering hole at 10:30 p.m. on a Tuesday night, more so than what would be suited for a presidential rally and a president of the United States. This is where we are in 2020. The way the primary is going, we may be in this situation until January of 2025. As utterly insane as that sounds, Trump would be, what, 78 at that point in time? This is scary stuff. And I'm worried that that's the direction in which we are going. Real quick, I want to tell you about a YouTube channel called Upflip. They're friends of our show. You can check them out by going to davidpakman.com/upflip. The link is down below underneath the video. Every week, Upflip publishes a new video where you get to meet an entrepreneur, learn about the business they built, see what it's like to live a day in their shoes in that business. I love learning about small business owners, the steps they took to become successful. That's why I love the content on Upflip. You'll get an exclusive look at some really fascinating businesses. Each entrepreneur has many valuable insights and strategies to share about how to build and maintain a successful company. I would highly recommend their two-part series on lean manufacturing, which itself is a really interesting concept that's all about sort of minimizing waste, maximizing efficiency, and Upflip breaks it all down. You can get to their channel by going to davidpakman.com/upflip. The link is right below this video. Make sure you subscribe to their channel and click that bell icon so you'll be notified when they upload new videos.